What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. Today we are talking about another Cardano decentralized exchange called VyFinance. In this video, I'm going to go over exactly what this decentralized exchange is, what are the different things they are doing, and why I am personally bullish on this project. But without further ado, let's get into it. I want to start off by saying, guys, I have no idea how to say this name. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong like most projects. It's either VyFinance or VFinance or I don't know, at VyFinance, I have no idea. But we're just gonna call this VFinance for today, and you guys can roast me in the comment section later. So what exactly is VFinance? Well, VFinance is an upcoming decentralized exchange on the Cardano ecosystem. Now, they are already out, but a lot of their utility has not yet been completed. In the current phase of the project, you can already stake these different tokens and NFTs that they have created. So for example, they have their own utility token called like the VFinance token, right? And they also have all these different NFT cards that they created that you're able to stake and get different rewards over time. They're going to be adding a lot more utilities in the future. So for example, they're going to have the decentralized exchange part where you're going to be able to buy and sell all these different coins in the Cardano ecosystem. They're also going to have the yield farming. So you're going to be able to provide liquidity and get these VFinance rewards as a result. They're going to have an auto harvester, which is kind of like putting your money into an S&P 500 index or a mutual fund where they kind of invest that money and then they reinvest those rewards so you can keep making money without worrying about trying to make all of the decisions yourself, right? So really nice for new investors that don't necessarily know as much about the DeFi space. They're also going to have the community governance. So a lot of people that hold these tokens are going to take part of the decision. And they're even going to have a learning management system that's going to teach people a lot about DeFi, which is super cool as well. One of the things I really love about this project is that they have partnered with a bunch of other different protocols or projects. So for example, I've talked on this channel about Cornucopias. They also have MinSwap. They have ADAX. They actually just released an NFT pair with ADAX just this past week. So the Cardax, like they have partnered with all of these different projects and teams. And as far as their team themselves, they have a large team that is all linked to their LinkedIn and Docs. Taking a look into their actual application, you can see that you can already stake their different tokens to get different rewards, right? So if you have their token, their main utility token, VyFi, I'm just going to call it, you can get 18.62% APR right now, which is pretty solid, especially if you think this project is going to grow a lot over time. What I like about this too, and why those partnerships were important, is that you can stake their token and get different tokens as a result. So for example, I can earn Pavio tokens through staking my VFi tokens, which is just super cool. It's very bullish to me when you're able to do this stuff, because that means a lot of other projects have trusted this DEX to run this sort of thing. Another cool thing this project is doing that you can already do is stake their NFTs. So they have released all these different NFTs that are purple edition, gold edition, you know, they have all these ones down here, right? And through staking these NFTs, you're able to get these various APRs. So for example, if you own this specific NFT, you're going to be able to stake it and get 34% APR. They also have one that just came out recently with ADAX where you, if you buy this coin, can stake it and earn 0.2563 ADAX per day, as well as 0.1 VFi per day as well. And they have that for Min Protocol. They have that for Flick. And this is where their different partnerships become more involved in this ecosystem. These NFTs they release usually do pretty well because most people will stake them instead of selling them on the aftermarket. So for example, that first one that we saw is going for over 1,430 ADA right now. And if you look at the ADAX one that they just partnered with recently, they are going for a 255 ADA floor, and there have been a ton of sales today for over 250 ADA. The website really only has that staking capability as of now, but they're going to be adding a lot more stuff in the future. They have the exchange that's going to be coming up. They have the liquidity that's going to be coming up. This bar is going to be a place where if you are staking, you're then going to be able to have access to this bar, and then all the different fees that are being generated through the liquidity providing and loans and all that stuff, it's going to go into this bar and split between everyone that is staking or invested. So that's really cool. So obviously that's not open yet. They have this pools tab that kind of shows you what it's going to look like. Hey, you know, this is the APR, this is how much is staked, this is how many blocks, you know, the very basic stuff. But one thing I like is that it's very clean, it's very organized. I can tell that once they actually add this utility, that this is going to perform pretty well, and I think the UI is just very easy to use and very easy to understand. I wanted to quickly go into detail more about the bar because I think this is a very cool part of this project that I haven't seen too many different decentralized exchanges do. So for example, you are going to be able to stake your VeFi tokens, and when you are staking that, you are going to have access to this bar that is going to generate income for you over time. So for example, 15% of all the money coming from the auto harvester, or kind of that mutual fund I was talking to you about, is going to be split up between everyone in the bar. You're also going to get 15% of the income from our proprietary trading firm, as well as 0.05% of all exchange conducted on the DEX, as well as 6% share of all royalties on the NFT sales. So this is going to be a ton of money, especially if the DEX gets a lot bigger. So if you can get some of these VeFi tokens now while they're cheap and start staking it, you're going to get a much bigger share when it comes to these rewards from the bar. It's really cool because they're basically saying, hey, all of these fees that most decentralized exchanges make and just keep for themselves, we're actually going to be splitting up a lot of that with everyone that is investing in our project. So I really like that idea, and I think this is something that is separating this project from a lot of other DEXs out there. As far as the tokenomics for this project goes, there is currently 7 million of these tokens in circulation with a total supply of 450 million. Right now they have an 11.6 million ADA market cap with a 1.65 ADA price per VeFi token. The delegation for their tokens is honestly just insane. 85% of the tokens are going to be from farming emissions and farming rewards, which is just an insane number. Only 2.5% is going to the team and 8% is going into the treasury. This is super small, guys. If you look at a lot of other projects, most of the time anywhere between 25 and 45% of their tokens are going towards their team or private sale or, you know, special partners, right? So the fact that they are giving most of their tokens to the public through this farming rewards is very bullish to me, and it means that the team can't just dump a bunch of tokens on us. It's honestly pretty insane to me how little amount of their tokens is going to private sale people or going to these different partners that may or may not care about the project's longevity. They're more focused on money, right? Like, it's really interesting to me how they're doing that, because this means that they're more focused on the community and really giving these rewards and these tokens to people that were willing to buy them and lock them in these different farms. So I'm very bullish on that. That is something that you don't really see too often. And even when it comes to their fees, they're even splitting their fees with everyone that is staking as well. So it's just really refreshing. Like, you can tell these guys aren't greedy and they're really trying to build something bigger than themselves and something bigger than the team. They're really trying to build a DEX that is focused on the community and rewarding people that are, you know, helping it grow. The last thing I wanted to show you guys is the market cap of all these other decentralized exchanges on the Cardano ecosystem. I think this is going to be a big indicator of where this project can go, especially once they start releasing that added utility in all those other parts of their project. Now, it's hard to compare any decentralized exchange to SundaeSwap just because SundaeSwap is the biggest one and has the biggest following and has the most backing. So let's look at a couple other decentralized exchanges on the ecosystem. So we have ADAX, which is the second largest, that has a 40 million ADA market cap. We then have Milk, which is 32.4 million market cap, which is this muesli swap token, the site I'm on right now. We also have Min, which has a 16 million market cap, and then we have VyFinance or VyFinance with an 11.6 million ADA market cap. As you can see here, guys, I really think that we have a lot of room to grow. For example, we would need to 4 times the size of where we're at to get to where ADAX is at, and there has been a ton of FUD and negativity with ADAX. We then would have to have about a 3x to get to where muesli swap is to get to their Milk token, right? And Min, which isn't even fully out either, still is over 50-60% larger than VyFinance. So I really think VyFinance could grow a lot, especially once they start releasing all these different protocols and parts and utility of their project. Overall, I really love this project. I love their tokenomics. I love how they weren't greedy when it came to their token supply and how they were delegating their tokens, right? I love how they're going to be getting all these fees and splitting it with holders. I love how you can stake these different tokens. I love how they are partnered with all of these different projects projects such as Pavia or Cornucopias. Like, this team is doing big things, and I really feel like this is the best community DEX. They aren't greedy at all, and once they start releasing all these different utilities in the future, and once you can make these different changes and exchanges, I think that this project is just going to blow up. As far as strategy goes, I bought some of these tokens on MuesliSwap. I believe that's the only place you can buy it, and I am now putting those tokens into that staking pool and getting that 18% APR. Here's the situation, guys. I know that Cardano stuff is going to blow up in the future. I know a lot of money is going to be flowing into this Cardano ecosystem, especially once they start getting all of these different updates out that are going to reduce, or hopefully reduce, the congestion on this blockchain. So finding these different small DeFi projects before they blow up is going to be a fantastic way to make money. A lot of these projects are under 20, 30 million ADA, guys. Like, that is just super cheap. So I personally like this project a lot, and I'm just going to be holding it long term and really waiting for this whole entire ecosystem to blow up, hopefully this year. That wraps up today's video though, guys. If you enjoyed it or learned something, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope everyone here has an awesome day.